The air in the kitchen felt too thin, as if the world had tilted and sucked the oxygen out. I stood frozen, my thumb still smudging the screen of Emily's phone, her bank app glowing with a transaction that carved a hole in my chest. $1,000, sent to Ryan Kessler 2 days ago. My birthday was yesterday, and she'd handed me nothing. Not a card, not a kiss, just a distracted happy birthday, Tom, before vanishing to work late. I'd laughed it off like always, because that's what I did. 20 years married, and I'd grown used to her forgetting. But this? This was a blade, sharp and cold, twisting in the dark. The house was silent, save for the hum of the fridge. Our little craftsman, with its creaky floors and chipped coffee mugs, had always felt like a sanctuary. Now it was a stage, and I was an actor who'd forgotten his lines. I set her phone down on the counter, my hands trembling. Ryan Kessler. Her friend from book club. The guy with the easy smile, and the too long glances I'd noticed at last month's barbecue. I told myself it was nothing. Emily was loyal, always had been. But the number on the screen, that stark $1,000, mocked me. Why him? Why now? I sank into a chair, the wood groaning under me. My mind churned, replaying the past few weeks. Emily had been distant, her eyes darting to her phone more than usual. She'd started locking it, to a new habit. Work stress, she'd said, her voice light but her shoulders tense. I'd believed her because I wanted to. Because love makes you blind. Or maybe just stupid. The front door clicked open and my heart lurched. Tom. Emily's voice, soft and tired, floated through the hall. I shoved her phone back to where I'd found it, my pulse hammering. I wasn't ready for this confrontation. Not yet. I needed answers, not accusations. In here. I called, my voice steadier than I felt. She appeared in the doorway, her auburn hair loose, her work blazer wrinkled. She looked beautiful, even now, and that made it worse. Long day? I asked, forcing a smile. My eyes flicked to her phone, now face down on the counter. She sighed, dropping her bag. Yeah, meetings all day. You okay? You look off. I swallowed the urge to blurt out everything. Instead, I leaned back, studying her. Just thinking about my birthday. You know, another year older. I let the words hang, testing her. Her face softened, but there was a flicker. Guilt? Oh, Tom, I'm sorry. I meant to do something, but work's been crazy. You know how it is. I nodded, my jaw tight. Yeah, I know. The lie tasted bitter. She moved to the fridge, pulling out a bottle of wine. Her fingers brushed her phone, and I saw it. A hesitation, a quick glance to make sure it was still locked. My stomach twisted. That night, I couldn't sleep. Emily's breathing was steady beside me, but every exhale felt like a secret she wasn't telling. I stared at the ceiling, the shadows pooling like my doubts. Ryan Kessler. I barely knew him, but I remembered his laugh at the barbecue, how it lingered too long when Emily spoke. I'd brushed it off, told myself I was paranoid. But the $1,000 wasn't paranoia. It was real, and it demanded answers. The next morning, I waited until Emily left for work. Then I started digging. Her laptop was password protected, but I knew her habits. She reused passwords, and after a few tries I was in. Her email was a mess of work threads, but one caught my eye. A receipt from a jewelry store, dated a week ago. A $1,000 custom bracelet, engraved with forever. My heart sank. She hadn't forgotten my birthday. She'd chosen someone else. I called in sick to work, my hands shaking as I dialed Ryan's number, which I'd found in her contacts. He answered on the second ring, his voice smooth, unsuspecting. Hello. Ryan, it's Tom. Emily's husband. My tone was calm, but my grip on the phone was iron. Oh hey Tom. What's up? Too cheerful. Too casual. I need to talk. About Emily. Can we meet? My voice was steady, but inside, I was unraveling. He hesitated, then agreed. We met at a coffee shop downtown, a place with 2 bright lights and the clatter of espresso machines. Ryan sat across from me, his hands wrapped around a mug, his eyes wary. He was younger than me, maybe mid-30s, with a kind of effortless charm I'd never had. So what's this about? He asked, sipping his coffee. I leaned forward, my voice low. Emily sent you $1,000. I saw it. I want to know why. His face didn't change, but his fingers tightened around the mug. She didn't tell you? Tell me what? My heart pounded, each beat a warning. Ryan sighed, running a hand through his hair. It's not what you think, Tom. She was helping me out. My mom's sick, cancer. The money was for her medical bills. I stared at him, searching for a lie. His eyes held mine, steady, almost pleading. Why didn't she tell me? I asked, my voice cracking. She didn't want you to worry. You've got enough on your plate, she said. He paused, then added, she loves you, man. She talks about you all the time. I wanted to believe him. God, I did. But the bracelet receipt burned in my mind. Forever, it said. Who was that for? I left the coffee shop, my thoughts a storm. Ryan's story made sense, but it didn't explain the secrecy, the locked phone, the late nights. That evening, I confronted her. Emily was in the living room, curled up with a book, when I walked in, holding the printed email from the jewelry store. What's this? I asked, my voice shaking. Her eyes widened, then narrowed. Where did you get that? Your laptop. I saw the bank transfer, too. To Ryan. $1,000, Emily. On my birthday. She stood, her book falling to the floor. You went through my things? Don't turn this on me, I snapped. Who's the bracelet for? It says forever. Is it for Ryan? Her face crumpled, and for a moment, I thought she'd cry. Then she laughed, a sharp, bitter sound. You think I'm cheating? With Ryan? God, Tom, you're unbelievable. Then explain it. I shouted, my voice echoing in the quiet house. She took a deep breath, her hands trembling. The bracelet was for you. I had it made for your birthday, but I didn't give it to you because I wasn't sure you'd care. You always act like it doesn't matter, like you're fine with nothing. I wanted it to be special, but I chickened out. And the money to Ryan? His mom's dying, Tom. I was helping a friend. I stared at her, my anger deflating, leaving only shame. Why didn't you tell me? Because you never ask, she cried, tears spilling now. You just assume everything's fine, but I'm drowning, Tom. I'm trying to hold us together, and you don't even see it. The room spun. I'd been so sure of her betrayal, so consumed by my own hurt, that I'd missed hers. The bracelet was in her dresser, tucked in a velvet box, engraved with forever, and our initials. She'd been right. I hadn't cared enough to notice her trying. But as I held her that night, her tears soaking my shirt, a shadow lingered. Ryan's story checked out. I'd called his mother's hospital, confirmed the bills. Yet Emily's phone stayed locked, her late nights unexplained. The bracelet was real. Her love was real. But so was the distance between us. I'd found no affair, no betrayal in the way I'd feared. But the truth was worse. We were strangers in our own home, and I didn't know how to fix it.